America, welcome to sports. In layman's terms, I'm your guy, Willie SoSo, and to my left we have
CB Franchise, what up, though?
And it's just us today. You know what we do, how we do, and where we do it from. Beaming to you from our favorite watering hole, Snookers Pool and Pub in Livonia, Michigan. Coming to you with no coach speak, no media spin, just us sports fans at the bar with the drinks. I'm double-fisted. Talking sports just like you. Let's get on into it. Since last we spoke, our Detroit Lions have made some moves. For context, last week, Franchise said this.
Let's talk about the defensive guys that we signed to help our defense.
Who? I hate you because I fell for that shit.
Anybody?
To which I said this. It's the first day of fucking free agents. Nonetheless, in the last 7 days, the Detroit Lions have signed or re-signed the following. DJ Wanham, Roger McQuarrie, Christian Izien, Damone Clark, Malcolm Rodriguez, Rock Yassin, Trevor Nowaski, and then Greg Dortch, wide receiver, and Tyler Conklin, a tight end. You asked for defense? They went and picked up some guys for the defense. Where they gonna fit in? I have no idea. You happy now?
You feel better, motherfucker?
Hold on. I'm still looking for, when these guys played, when they made an impact on a team, and if maybe they have, maybe a third or fourth round vote for the Pro Bowl. Maybe an alternative. And I'm looking at and none of them did. So, did they fill holes? Yes. Are they the guys that were replaced to fill holes? Absolutely not. To me, these are all depth players. You know,
Eye, the face, or the hand, or the everything that's happening.
And you figure that these guys are for depth. Why?
One, they were depth on other teams' rosters. So I don't know why you think they would come from a team.
Christian Izien started 10 games last season.
Because the injuries. Okay, I know you're gonna be upset with me, but listen, a lot of these guys you will not hear of unless the Lions signed them.
And see, that right there, I think, is why we have this problem every time we have this topic. Because you haven't heard of them does not mean that they would not fit in this system as a starting piece. And I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen. I don't know. I have no idea. But for instance, Christian Izien, they're pissed. And this is according to the pundits
Okay.
in Tampa Bay where he came from.
Yeah.
They're pissed. They wanted to keep him.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of kind of like how a lot of fans here wanted to keep, say, Alexander Long. They wanted to keep him. Damone Clark, not this past season, but the season before that, was the leading tackler on the team that he played for. That means he got run. DJ Wanham, I don't know a lot about him, but it is noted, widely noted, that he's good for setting the edge and stopping the run.
Right.
Also, just a quick Google search of him, it's sort of I found it sort of interesting that they didn't have him as an edge rusher, which is what he was signed as. They had him on, as far as his stats are concerned, they had him as a linebacker. That says to me that he's a versatile player.
No.
I do not know how they'll be used, and I do not know what other moves will be made. But I also know that this is still only day 7 of free agents. And people are still out there.
Take that for data.
But what got me about this thing, the first thing that came to my mind when we signed Bosum for $6 million. How come we couldn't just keep one of our own, Muhammad,
So,
for the same dollar amount? Who knows the system?
so great. How?
That was my first question. That's all it was. That's my
Oh,
first question. Like, well, what's the difference?
Well, literally, that's exactly what they did last year with Al-Qadim Muhammad.
Bob Muhammad.
That's
Yeah.
that's the exact same thing that they did.
Right.
He was on a 1-year deal last year, and he bought out, which is the other reason why I don't really get up in arms when we sign somebody that I've never heard of. Because up until the beginning of last season, I had never heard of Al-Qadim Muhammad either. I had never heard of Roy Lopez either. Both of which got signed last year, came onto the team, and did the damn thing.
Did well and left for more money because we wouldn't sign them.
So what is to say that that's not the exact same thing that's going to happen here?
So I'm saying house money. We're gambling on these guys going to be right back where you guys that we just got to the spot and then we let them go.
We're fans. We're not gambling on shit. It's Brad Holmes' job to find motherfuckers and know that they're going to do what we need them to do. And for context, again, did he gamble on Roy Lopez last season? Did he do what we need him to do? Did he gamble on Al-Qadim Muhammad? Did he do what we needed him to do?
Right. Well,
I'm not saying he's going to be 100%.
Why did we keep him?
Because
why did we keep them? They're in the system. They know the system.
One, and this is my speculation. One, the deal that they signed DJ Wanham for is less than what he didn't go to Tampa Bay.
Muhammad went to Tampa Bay, and it's
pretty much less.
No, they signed him for more actually because Muhammad's deal is up to $6 million,
and so is DJ Wanham.
No, Wanham's is $6 million.
It's up to. It's not a flat 6.
Okay,
it's
well
up
then,
to.
Well then,
it's the same. So we're talking about 6 in one hand, half a dozen.
But my point is why did you keep the same guy in the system?
Perhaps they see something that we don't, and that's the one thing that I'm not going to fault them before I see something.
Right.
And that has always been my stance about it. This dude, he might come in and give us that same 11 and a half sacks. I don't know.
Right.
There is track records on these cats. You say he's not, but you don't know that.
Get him.
You don't, because you didn't know that about Al-Qadim Muhammad.
No,
get him.
No,
and in fact, most fans last season, when we got Al-Qadim Muhammad, had the same side eye and the same skepticism that people have about DJ Wanham.
Get him.
As a fan speaking to other fans, my point is simply this. When these things happen, it is a 1-year deal, so it's not gonna make or break us. 2, there is still something else that's going to happen. Because it always does, it always has. 3, perhaps, because this is Brad Holmes' job, perhaps he saw something more in this guy than the guy that he let walk.
Maybe.
So give it the shot
I will.
Before poo-pooing.
I am, but I'm not poo-pooing anything. I'm just saying it's not moving the ticker,
Okay, and that's fine. It doesn't move it for me either. But like I know, because we sit and we have these conversations. We sit and we talk to other people that are fans like we are, and they hear these names. They don't know who these names are, and they automatically think that these guys are worthless without knowing anything about them. So I'm just advising fans not to do that.
Right.
He ain't lying. And with all of that said, whatever you think about what the Lions season was last season, or what you think their season may be coming up, for those of you that care or put any stock into this, the Vegas odds have the Detroit Lions as the favorite to win the NFC North this upcoming season.
Right.
You see what's occurring.
And I have my theory on that.
You see what's occurring. You willing to roll with that? Or you think it's a bunch of bullshit and you have your own theories.
I do have my theory on it, and my theory is going to be part of my answer. But I also think the rest of the league rest of the division. Some might have overplayed themselves, and some we think just going to be the same, no matter what. Part of my theory is like, listen, the Lions are going to play the last place schedule this year. We know that, and as a last place team, and your record is 9-8 from last year, that is not a bad thing. Okay, so they're going to consider you're 9-8 in a division where your division won 11 games, so you weren't that far off in the first place. So we're going to have a little bit more lighter schedule, let's say, than the Bears, who, like, we kind of know a lot of the games were won in the last 2 minutes of the game.
It felt fluky.
It felt like every once in a while something great happened, but it seemed to happen every other week for them.
It felt fluky.
Okay, Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love itself has not sold anybody as a franchise quarterback. They gave a lot away to get Michael Parsons. They lost Romeo Dobbs. They lost Rashawn Gary. Who knows who's going to be on that defense? We have no idea. And then we now get to come to the Minnesota Vikings.
Just picked up Kyler Murray.
They just picked up Kyler Murray. And this is the team I think might be the wild card in our division, where I think maybe Detroit comes in first. Minnesota might come in second this year. You might see Chicago third. I mean, flip-flop them too. But, no, if I think that the Lions are a favorite to win the division at this point in time, yes, I would bet that.
Shit, Negro. That's all you had to say.
I have no problem believing that they're the favorite to win because they were not that far off. And I don't think they need as many pieces as people think they need. I think you put some seasoning on, say, like for instance, you're talking about they need defense. Well, I think you add another year to Tyleek Williams' progression, he's going to be fine. I think that these two corners that we picked up, however used, I think they're going to be complementary. I think re-signing, say, a Rock Ya-Sin, who, whether we want to say it or not, Rock Ya-Sin had a good season.
No, I liked him.
I also think that somebody like Terrion Arnold is progressing. Now, we just got to figure out this injury situation. I have absolutely no interest in discovering.
We just got to make sure he's going to be on the field one way or the other.
He'll be on the field.
Yeah, one way or the other.
He'll be on the field. This legal issue, I think, is a non-issue.
Yeah.
I don't think that we'll hear anything further about it because I don't think he'll be implicated.
Okay.
So I think we'll be fine there. This pickup of Christian Izien, his versatility is what gives me encouragement. Because I think he'll be filling in to start, not as a corner, but as a safety. And he's done it. And he's done it admirably. The only question mark that I have is what is Kirby Joseph going to be?
Huge. It's a huge.
You're right. You're right. And how they're going to address that still remains to be seen. But again, it's day 7 of free agency. Let's see. And who knows, there may be some trading that goes on. Don't know. But yeah, we're in lockstep about I agree that I have no problem with them being seen as the favorite to win the North this upcoming season. So let's get through the summer. Let me not do that.
Do mock draft.
Let's not.
Okay, check it.
Let's deal with our Pistons first before we start talking again about the Lions. You don't watch the show for any length of time, we are Detroit sports fans. That means we are geeked up like a motherfucker about our Detroit Pistons and where they are right now. But we're not so geeked up that we can level a dose of reality And the truth of the matter is, since the All-Star break, the Detroit Pistons have been performing at a suboptimal rate. They haven't looked great. They just haven't.
Right.
Even in wins, they don't look great. They struggle with depleted rosters. They struggle with teams that we know they should beat. And teams that we thought they would utterly compete with, Spurs in particular, ran them out the gym for all intents and purposes. I just want to know something. By chance, because everybody else does it,
Right.
by chance, do you think that they're just sort of kind of coasting to the playoffs and just sort of kind of taking it easy? Because it looks like they're not interested right now.
By chance, to me, if their goal is just to win the East, then yeah, they are. They are just coasting to win the East. You know, they'll say, okay, we'll do what we can if we make the finals. I do have some concerns now because it seems like when we're playing teams that we, like you said, that we should be, that we're just barely winning. My other concerns too now that we're starting to play some teams that have a full roster, and we're not beating those teams since Toronto recently.
Okay, just to put a pin in, like, for instance, that Toronto game. We had that game in hand. Halftime, we had the game in hand. Second half comes about, and a completely different Detroit Pistons team showed up.
Mm-hmm.
Like they literally purposely put their foot on the brake.
Okay, that one there, and I got to think another game prior to that. I believe we were up by like 23 at one point in the game.
That was the Brooklyn Nets,
and we end up losing that game, right?
By 2. Yep.
Right, and like so stuff like this kind of bugs me because like. And it kind of bugs me because, like, I'm a competitive player. You know, I play a game that everybody calls this game a pool, okay? And I catch myself sometimes where I'm up big and I need to do the kill shot. And there's times I fail doing the kill shot just to end it and expand shit that shouldn't be expanded. And I'm just wondering, this Pistons team has to learn that kill shot to end this stuff, to get it over with. And let's end it. Okay, now let's take some players out the rest instead of like keeping our players in late in these games.
Shoot the J. Shoot it!
My
conspiracy
theory, maybe? Would the Pistons not be that bad if they're the 2 seed? Think about it.
I see where you're going with
will
this.
Will they not be that bad? I'm not saying they're going for the 2 seed. But let's just say the Pistons are the 2 seed. Are we really going to be?
Does that make the path easier?
I mean, are we not being? Are we not going to be like okay with it? You know? Because if you're the 2 seed, the way things are going now, you're playing New York in the second round.
I see where you're going with this.
Right. I'm not saying they're doing that, but
right.
Is it a bad thing that if it does
Would
happen?
it be so bad if?
Right. If. I'm not saying it's going to happen.
I had a coworker bring up something. Was talking.
You're stalking or talking?
You know what? It's crazy because the person I was talking to, shout out Miss Laura. Shout out Miss Laura.
Impeachment.
Yeah. Shout out Miss Laura because this is who I was talking to.
All right, nice.
At my job.
Nice.
And she said, since they hit 44 wins, they've been playing like shit. Why is 44 wins the number that she brought up?
Good point.
Because that is the exact number of wins that they had last season.
Yep.
She was saying that perhaps there's a mental block that they had. And we both wondered aloud, if they have the mental gear to push through that. Now, I don't know if that's a thing or not, but it is ironic that they get 44 wins around the All-Star break, and since then, the play has depreciated immensely.
Okay, and what's your name again? What was your name?
Miss Laura.
Miss Laura?
Laura.
Miss Laura, shout out to you, because you know what I'm thinking is that you're absolutely you are probably right on something, and it's something equivalent to the sophomore slump.
Perhaps.
You know, I mean,
Perhaps.
we talk about the sophomore slump about football players, basketball players.
Yeah.
Anyway, the first year can be great, but then how can you carry that over to the next? And then you might have to learn how to carry that over. And shout out to Miss Laura. I think she might be onto something.
I like where your head's at, man.
To further that point, for the most of the season, the Pistons have been front runners.
Right. They've always been
that weight might be starting to seep into the mind of being of an expectation.
Right, like the whole. Remember, you were always the hunter, and now you're hunted,
correct.
and now you're hunted for 82 games.
So to your point, would it be so bad to not have to? No, it wouldn't. But the fan in me and the competitor in me
I know, I get it too.
Cannot allow for that type of thought.
If you ain't first, you're last. You know what I'm talking about? That phrase is trademark, not to be used as a position of Ricky Bobby.
I'm not trying to downplay the question. I'm just saying, is this something where they're learning on the fly?
That is possible.
You know
because
what I mean?
They are young. That's
Is
possible.
it something they're learning on the fly? But is it concerning as a number one seed? Yeah, maybe. Is it concerning for the playoffs? Absolutely not.
All right.
Because we all knew when the playoffs starts, it's game on.
Which is the other thing, fans. I want to point something out, because this is the one thing that everybody says, oh, but things change when it comes to playoff time. You're 100% right, but it's not like things change for all of the other teams and it doesn't change for the Pistons.
Right.
They were in the playoffs last year. They know the intensity. They know what they have to ratchet it up to.
And they knew this close going to the second round.
Right. They know what they have to do. This same exact core knows what they have to do in order to push through it. Our question is only, can they? And that they get shaken by recent performance. But again, that's sort of kind of why I asked the question. Are they coasting, or is this something to be concerned about? I'm the more and more I think about it, when I zoom out and think about this performance has been over a larger period of time, I'm sort of kind of thinking that they sort of kind of said, okay, we're going to put this in cruise a little bit and figure out how we go forward to a bigger height.
Right.
Yeah, that sums it up for me.
So it's not lost on us what time of year it is. We know.
Oh, spring training baseball. No?
You
Oh,
really,
I know.
I
know what it is.
You really want me to talk about McGonagall?
It's the World Baseball Classic.
Before we lose all of our viewers, America, we know that it's March Madness. We know. Tournament underway. We know.
She knows.
And every year, we come up with some cockamamie bet to make March Madness interesting for us. Well, only problem this time around, as you can see, is just me and franchise. So we can't make the grandiose bet that we make amongst the whole crew. You know, TBD, whip, not pitcher. But what we can do is at least keep the cockamamie predictions up.
Oh, yeah, we got this.
Boy, here we go.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to pick I want you to give me which 1, 2, 3, and 4 seed you think is going to go the furthest in the tournament. Farthest. That one always gets me. Farthest is distance. Farthest. Yeah. So, which one seed do you think is going to go the farthest in the tournament?
Oh. I can only think of one number 1 seed.
You know what, America? I do realize this was a dumbass question for me to ask him.
Just wonder.
I apologize that he has to go through all these theatrics. Bear with us.
I'm trying to read. I'm trying to think.
Spit it out. Just say it.
I'm trying to think who the
Just
one
fucking
are.
say it. Just go ahead, say it.
Let's go with my Wolverines.
Fine. You'll be stunned to know that I agree with that.
Okay, yeah. Great.
I agree with that. Even though I can't fucking stand them.
Fever. And we need this guy some claws.
Shut up. Who's the number 2 seed that you think is going to go the farthest?
This one's easy. I'm going to go with
UConn. I am not.
I'm going to go with UConn in this one.
Just from watching. Because I think defense travels.
Mm-hmm.
I think the 2 seed that's going to go the farthest is Iowa State.
That is close. That was my close second. That was another one I thought about.
They impressed me how they play defensively. So we'll see.
Okay. No problem. Okay.
What's the 3 seed that you think is going to go the furthest?
My 3 seed. Well, I think it's going to go the furthest. It's not going to be the obvious one because I'm so sick and tired of this team. But it might be. Oh, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go with the Virginia Cavaliers.
Well, how long ago was it they won the championship? Was it about 5-6 years ago?
Yeah,
something like that.
I think something like that.
Somewhere around there.
Okay,
I ain't mad at it.
Somewhere there. Is it between them or that team that served?
Okay, so I'm going to say the shit that you weren't man enough to say. Yes.
Go ahead.
It's going to be Gonzaga.
Yeah, I know.
That's going to be the 3 seed that I go with.
Aha!
4 seed that's going to go the furthest.
You had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
I'm pretty damn sure that you're not going to say what I'm going to say.
I think he might. I think we might have the same thing.
Go ahead.
And this is only because I think this is one of the future NBA. Not future NBA. Future.
As TBD would say it, just put your dick on the table and say it.
Man, no diddy.
I'm gonna go Nebraska Cornhuskers.
That's who I would say it.
Because you know what? I think Hoiberg. I know a lot of people don't know that. A lot of
Fred
people are shocked
Hoiberg,
that we know this guy.
Former Indiana great and a hell of a coach.
Yeah, a lot of people know. Unless you're like in college basketball ambient, you're probably not gonna know this guy's name.
As a college player playing in Indiana, he lit March Madness on fucking fire.
And he might be the coach that gets Nebraska over the hump and win more than one game in the tournament. So like if they get past that first game, who knows what happens with them? If they get to the Sweet 16, then watch out. Hoiberg's been there. He has the experience as a player. But
my answer, I have no problem with anything you just said. My answer is just way more simplistic. All intents and purposes, the Big Ten was the best conference in the league this season. And that's hard for me. That is hard for me to say. Because I've always said that the Big Ten has been overrated.
Mm-hmm.
This season, I think you're on point. I think that Nebraska has been battle tested. In fact, I think all of the teams in the Big Ten have been battle tested. And they're poised, depending on matchup, they're poised to make a run. All right, good talk. Actually, because I thought this was gonna go a whole nother way, but we're sort of kind of like in agreement.
Which is scary. So that means I'm gonna lose.
Fuck you! Fuck you! And fuck you! Who's next?
America, this has been sports. In layman's terms, make sure you like, subscribe, and share this content. Let the world know we're out here talking our shit. You can find us on YouTube, of course, at Sports in Layman's Terms. You can find us on Facebook at Sports in Layman's Terms. You can find us on X at Lay Terms Sports. And make sure you check out our short form content on TikTok at Lay Terms Sports.
Those are hilarious people. I suggest you go there first. And those are hilarious times.
There's a lot of stuff that we edit out of these podcasts, America. You can go and find it on TikTok. Trust me, it's hilarious. On behalf of myself, Willie SoSo, and
TV Franchise,
and TBD and Whip Not Picture, this has been Sports in Layman's Terms.